Riya,
Okay.
I'm recording. Was that you, Emily?
Yeah,
Making the fart
massive
sounds?
diarrhea.
Oh, on the mic.
No, like
Please
massive
leave your
fart
message
sound.
for
Oh wait, gosh.
Daniel.
That's his whole thing. Daniel, a voicemail is pretty pointless because
Are
I'm
you
trying to
already
get in touch with
recording?
you right now. Yeah, I am. But,
I knew it. This should be like the opening.
yeah,
Ready?
I
This
probably won't
insert
edit this.
intro here.
Well, we do the intro live, so.
Oh. Insert intro here.
Or do you mean like the music?
Yeah, like the DownTown Coolsville.
Or am I
Hello.
supposed to? Oh, Daniel, I'm still recording a voicemail to you right now, so.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do this. Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, some family stuff has come up. So just do this one without me. It's
Okay.
fine.
Well, I'll see if I can get Kyro last minute.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Whatever you gotta do. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about it, man. Everything all right?
Yeah.
All right. All right, good.
I'll be alright.
All right. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Let me know how it goes, and if you need me to do anything, just let me know.
Okay.
Alright. See you later.
All right, now we're calling Kyro. Are you guys ranked in league? Oh wait.
Still going through the
This is
previous
Kiro
stuff.
Patches. Please leave a message and I'll try and call you back.
He sounds scared.
And he sounds like he has a gun to his head.
Yeah, what the heck?
Look,
That
let me
was
show you
so weird.
Damian's.
That made me
Let me show
uncomfortable.
you Damian's.
Okay.
It sounds so funny.
Hello.
Oh gosh darn it.
All I heard was hello.
Hey, can you not answer? Love you. Bye.
I thought that was his thing. Hello.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Damian Pavlovich.
Is not available.
What the heck? When did he record that?
That is him.
When? When did he when?
When he was younger.
Well, yeah, I bet.
Damian Pavlovich.
Where's Riya? I thought she came back also.
Riya.
She said she was going to get a refill. Okay, Riya will come over here.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's no.
I'm sorry. I forgot you were recording.
Do one of you want to do the? So which one of you wants to be the co-host?
I will be the co-host.
Okay, Riya, do you want to give us an intro then?
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
I don't want to be.
We're not waiting
Yeah,
for
Riya.
you.
No,
Doesn't
wait.
matter.
I will wait because it's so echoey. It sounds horrible.
This is true. Why did you start recording now?
Oh, I've been recording.
Oh,
Since you
that's horrible.
said, since Emily said she was going to poop, and since you said you were going to refill your water.
You know, I had a feeling you were recording then.
Yeah, and she came back and was like.
See, I went and refilled all 4 of my water bottles and heated up.
Why
the
not
sliced
just get a
pizza,
big water bottle?
And I peed.
So insert intro here.
Hi, welcome back to downtown Coolsville. Today is
You don't have to give the date.
Thursday,
Okay.
May 14th, and it is 5:20, and we are actually doing the podcast ahead of time. Not really.
Well, we did it ahead of
Jacob
time
still
last
doesn't-
time. It was just late.
Jacob still doesn't have a lot of time to edit, but it's all right.
Well, I slept. I just woke up, so I'll just stay awake this time and edit it tonight.
Oh, lovely.
The
Hello?
first. Yeah, hello.
Alright, I was nothing.
Riya, you're supposed to introduce the guest. I just realized
Oh,
you didn't even introduce the guest.
Today, I am your co-host along with Mr. Jacoby Jenkins right here.
Don't call me that.
And our guest today is Emily from high school.
From high school. The
You were
Emily
gonna
from
say
high
my-
school.
Emily Rose.
Yep. Perfect.
Emily Row.
So we've got
Yes.
Riya and Emily back because the last episode was absolutely horrendous.
Okay.
This
Filled
is
with-
true.
Filled with
Makes me
clicking
so sad. I'm
and,
sorry.
and random offhand comments.
My bad.
Okay, you have our complete attention now.
Yeah, complete.
Well, Ria's the
Looks down
co-host
at
today.
Pika
Oh, frick, I
nervously.
just punched my mic again. So, Ria, I mean, being the co-host, should have prepared some notes, some topics of discussion.
Um,
So, Ria, you got anything? What's on the agenda today?
I have some questions.
Oh, okay.
So, tell me about your work experience. How do you define success? How do you work under pressure?
Please stop.
What is your dream
Please
job?
stop.
What can you
What are you
bring to
reading
the-
this from?
Basic interview questions.
Did you look that up? You're the interviewee.
Yes.
You're the interviewee. Ria was supposed to look that up.
No, things change.
Okay, why don't I start us off with this great story that is very short and not great at all, but I'm still gonna tell it.
I also have a story, so after you're done, I want to go.
All right, story time with Ria. Those are fireworks. This morning I woke up at around like
Most people
10
do.
o'clock. No, I didn't actually wake up. I just woke up to my
Wait.
brother getting in trouble.
I didn't actually wake up. I just woke
I
up.
didn't. Not at 10, no. I woke up at like 11:30.
Okay, finish your
Okay.
story.
So I woke up and my brother was getting in trouble because he wasn't wearing his mask when he was leaving with my mom to go to his orthodontist appointment. Now, the county, which will not be named, I don't think I should name it, but the county we live in,
Downtown Coolsville.
downtown Coolsville, yes, indeed, has made it mandatory for you to wear masks, and my brother did not want to wear a mask. Fast
Nothing
forward-
less than the death penalty.
I think it's interesting though in this occasion because he's going to the orthodontist.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to take it off.
Oh my gosh, I have
Exactly.
2 stories now. Okay, you guys continue.
Okay, and then later on today, I went downstairs on like,
That sounds weird.
1
Later on
o'clock?
today.
I know, it's still the same day. Earlier today.
Yeah.
That should be.
Later
Wow,
on
I'm
today
young.
would mean like later tonight.
Later on this day.
Later on,
earlier
after that.
today, I went back down because my mom was yelling once again at my brother because he needed to put a mask on because he broke a bracket and they had to go back
Oh
to the
my God.
orthodontist.
Oh.
Well, you know what they say, boys will be boys.
Oh.
Don't bad phrase.
What?
Our
Uh-huh.
junior or senior year of high school, we had to go to TOK and do a presentation, and the presentation had this one word. Well, not this one word, this one phrase, and the phrase was "boys will be boys," and the whole presentation was centered around that, and like the culture behind always. I forgot.
Okay.
Project.
You clearly didn't pay very much attention
I
in class.
forgot. Okay, so I have story. Going off of Ria's, and then I have a different story because I
Ooh.
have many of the story. Anyways, so I went to the dentist like probably last month or something, and I did not realize how intense they would take. Like, I mean, yeah, the masks, of course, but like
Remember this?
Picture this.
Well, were all
I'm
the
leaning-
tools like 6 feet long?
No.
and-
Picture this. I'm laying back on the table, right? And I have the little napkin over
The
my
table.
chest.
the table.
Sorry, the chair.
What kind of dentist do you go to?
The chair. Okay, so I'm laying back on the chair, and then the napkin's on my chest, and I have the sunglasses on to protect my eyes from the light and stuff. And my mouth is open for a reason, and obviously.
Because
And
you're at
so
the dentist.
I
Let's
see
clear that up.
the dental hygienist look over to me, right? And I look at her and she has her mask on. And I was like, oh, cute. Okay, so we're going to start. She pulls out like this war zone mask, like
Like a gas mask.
Like gas mask. And she puts it on. And I was like, what? And it's like huge. It has like the 2 things on the side that has like the filters and stuff. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, she's about to like murder all my teeth
Did
or
she-
something. Like,
Did she still
Mhm.
try to talk to you? Because it's already hard
yeah,
enough.
that's the thing. She
Oh my
did.
God.
And she's like, so how's your mom? And then all I heard was, and it was good. She was nice.
That's one of my
Yeah.
biggest pet peeves is being at the dentist and them asking questions.
Yeah, because
Like,
then I
what?
was just
Do you
like,
actually
oh,
expect me to answer?
good. Yeah. Okay, my second story happened yesterday. I was making dinner for my family, and it was bomb, by the way. And I was making cake pops, and it was one of a type where you don't have to bake it. And I was heating up icing in the microwave because it said I could and I should. And so as I was doing that, I heard like my brother's washing dishes, and our dishwasher typically makes a noise when it's turned on, or like a drain, like when you're shredding all the food that's in like the drain for the sink, that also makes noise. And so like I heard a noise, and so I looked over at him and I was like, huh? Like, what's like, did you turn on the dishwasher? And then I look at our microwave, and there's like the brightest light in there, and I was like, what? And I
Someone put
opened
a
the
spoon in
microwave.
there or something?
No, I didn't. And I opened the microwave, and the ceiling of the microwave is on fire. And
Oh
I
my
was
God.
like,
What?
Wait, how come you didn't
"No."
mention this when you came back from cooking?
Yeah, you didn't say
Because-
anything about
Yeah,
this.
what the
Because I
heck?
wanted to get a genuine reaction from you guys, and I
Well,
thought it
okay,
would be
well, you
best
can
saved for the podcast.
What? That's insane, though.
Yeah, so our roof was on fire, or the
Not-
ceiling,
okay,
the
yeah.
microwave roof was on fire. And then, so the funny part was though, okay, so I saw it on fire, and I was like, huh, and it like started slowly like going back
Huh.
out. And so my mom and my dad were in their room, and I think my dad was like in the shower or something. My mom was just lying on her bed. She was talking to a friend, and so I opened the door, and she was like, she gives me that finger, like, you know, I'm on the phone, hold up a second.
Oh, I hate
And
that.
so I waited, and
Oh
I
my-
stared at her, and then she's like, okay, what's up? And I was like, yeah, the microwave's on fire. And then she's like, what? And I was like, yeah. And she like gets up quick. She's like, oh my gosh, okay, give me a second, Rhonda. I'll be right back. And then so she comes into the kitchen. She looks at the microwave, and she sticks her finger in the icing that I just made and puts it in her mouth. And she's like, and then she goes to go tell my dad. And I was like, what? So my dad comes, and he's like, okay, what's wrong? And I was like, okay, the microwave was on fire. It's not anymore, but I don't want to put anything back in there because I'm afraid that it's going to catch on fire again. And then
What was in there?
I'm getting there. So my dad closed the microwave. There's nothing in it, and he turns it on because he was like, okay, well, obviously you probably put something in there that made it catch on fire. Did you put
Yeah.
a spoon or something? And I was like, no, I didn't. And I checked the bowl, and it was microwavable. It was microwave safe. The icing was microwave safe. Everything was good. And then he turns it on with nothing in it, and it starts catching on fire on the roof again. We have like a black stain and a hole in the middle now. And so it started catching on fire, and I was like, Dad, why did you turn it back on after I told you not to? And so then he looks in it, he's like inspecting it, and I don't know where he got the screwdriver, because he was like, he came straight from the shower, but he had a screwdriver.
What the heck was he
in his
doing
hand.
in there?
No, don't say that. That's crass.
Oh wait, Kyro's calling me.
Okay, I'll put pause.
Hello? Hello?
Hey,
Are you home?
yeah, why?
I kind of forgot. What was like? Do you guys remember why I called Kyro?
Podcast.
Oh, we're recording an episode. If you want to be a co-host.
I thought I was the
All
co-host.
right, yeah, just hop into McDonald's. We're in the drive-thru.
Alright.
That sounds really weird.
Sure.
All right, see you. All right.
Anyway, continue.
Hey, Riya, I'm back with some news. You're fired.
Well,
You're now just an interviewee.
I'm sorry, Riya. I know you have a family to support, and for them to do this to you during this time,
It's been a long
That's-
time coming.
it's so sad.
And I
I can't believe you would do this to
look,
me.
Riya, I'm sorry. It's just
Jacob, you know how difficult it
You're
is.
I know.
racist. It's
I am
'cause I'm
racist.
brown.
I am racist, but that's not why I'm firing you.
So, should
gonna
I
change my
continue?
name.
Anyways, the
or-
microwave fire.
Yeah, so my dad comes out with a screwdriver, and he starts like scrubbing the top of our microwave ceiling with a screwdriver. And he's like,
What?
huh. He's like, it looks like someone put a sticker on the top of our ceiling of our microwave. And then I was like, what? And then he looks at me, he's like, did you put a sticker? And I'm like, obviously not. And then, like, you know, I have three little brothers, but the two ones that would have.
Wow,
Which one did you get rid of?
Yeah,
No.
jeez.
I was gonna say I have two like young little brothers, but I missed the young part. Hi,
Okay,
Kyro.
Kyro.
Here, we're gonna do introduction.
Hi, Orc.
We're doing what?
Jeez, you're so quiet. I'll
I'm
turn it-
telling a story.
Did that help, Jacob?
Yeah, it's good. I just don't know how to get this thing off your head. Oh God, what happened?
How to get what off my head?
What? Wait, now it's just Riya.
Well, Ria's the only one that
Oh
exists.
God. All of our pictures are small. Oh wait, there we go. Okay, I got it. Continue your story, Emily.
Okay, so I was gonna say I have two young brothers, and then I have another that's not so young. But
So you have two brothers that would put a sticker in the
yeah,
microwave.
because they're like it's 6. They're 6 and 8. I mean, I think they would know not to do that, but like one of them was like, "Yeah, I mean, I had a sticker stuck to my finger one day," and then I was like,
What?
"Okay, did you put it in the microwave?" He's like, "I don't know."
I don't know.
Oh yeah, for context, Kyro, my microwave caught on fire yesterday.
Oh, good start.
And so
That was
yeah,
yesterday? That felt like days ago that you did the cake pops.
no, it was
This
yesterday.
is true.
Wow.
Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was. They weren't that good.
Emily, are you sure it wasn't you who put the sticker? And
I'm
you just
pretty
forgot?
sure. I also have another weird. I know, like this is my third story, I swear, but this one's quick.
Wait, what was your
One
first story?
time, my
The
first one was the
radiation
Dentist,
gave her
dentist.
amnesia.
The first one was the dentist story.
Yeah, I
The
remember.
second
Yeah.
one was the microwave, and the third one that I'm saying that correlates to random appliances in my house breaking is that in my old house our oven randomly exploded. So
That's not
that
random.
was-
You're the victim of a FBI
Isn't
government
that how
conspiracy.
Damian's house burned down?
Conspiracy.
yeah, Damian. Okay.
No, his was the dishwasher.
Yeah.
What? How
Damian's
does the dishwasher explode? Just the water should put it out.
It didn't explode. It caught on fire, and
Okay,
and
then just
his
turn
whole-
it on.
his whole
Then
hou-
just turn
yeah,
it on.
His whole house burned down. Well,
Just turn the dishwasher
That
on.
was a mood killer. I'm sorry I brought it up.
Yeah. You
No,
just
it's
told us
funny.
like person's house burned down.
Damian told me that story on our first date.
Hey, my house burnt down from a faulty
What
dishwasher.
a romantic.
Lord.
I
What a
remember.
romantic. Let me
I was
just
like,
say.
"Have you lived in your house this whole time?" Yeah. Actually, my first house burned down, and I was like, "Okay." And that's when I knew we were
Did I-
meant to be.
Did I tell you that I was banned from my kitchen for a while?
Oh,
I think you've told me this, Carol, but I don't
What
remember
for?
why.
I didn't know what a toaster oven was. And
Wait, what's a
we all
toaster
know-
oven? That's one of the ones that you like pull down, like
Yeah,
like
it-
a normal oven but tiny.
It looks like a
Yeah.
mini
Yes.
oven.
Okay,
and
cool.
we just called it the toaster, and I didn't know. Like I was like, is there something wrong with our toaster? Like, did my parents like not know what a toaster is?
You go to your
Like-
friend's house and you're like, "What's wrong with your
and here's
toaster?"
the thing, I only found out about what it was until I told Cadence about it,
Oh no!
and she said I was banned from every kitchen, and my parents banned me from the kitchen too.
Oh,
What'd you do to the
I thought you
toaster
did
oven,
something
Carol?
which got you
yeah. I
banned.
thought you like.
Okay, but
No.
think about it.
Your
Would you
toaster
let
oven.
a guy go around your house? Like,
Oh,
go
wait,
around
that's
your
why you were
kitchen if he
banned.
Whoa,
doesn't even
whoa!
understand?
A guy. This is a sexist remark.
Jesus
Sorry.
Christ!
Yeah, that's right. Women
Men
know
don't
the kitchen
belong
better
in-
than men.
Yeah, men don't
Oh.
belong in the kitchen.
Well, I know what a toaster oven is, so
Okay,
Yeah, because you're a woman.
okay, it's your
No.
Case in
I
point.
am an XY male.
You have no idea.
That explains so much, Riya.
Oh.
Oh, and I also burned
Oh.
ramen.
Oh, yeah, I burnt ramen too. I didn't think it was possible, but it's
Yeah,
possible.
I also boil. Do you know how like so you know how like the packet of flavoring comes in, like with the
With the ramen.
ramen? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I tore it open one time, and for some reason I thought it'd be a good idea to like film me making ramen at the same time of actually making it.
You
And I dumped the packet with the actual ramen in, and I didn't notice. Into this boiling water, and I I pour out the ramen into a bowl, right? Not in a boiling pot anymore, right? And I just see this it smells weird.
And
Turns
you're
out
just like,
I was
why is my
trying to
ramen
boil.
why is my
Why
ramen
does it
juice
taste
so
like
thick?
metal? Why does it taste like metal?
Blood tastes like metal.
Oh, true.
Okay,
My blood
next,
tunnel.
let's move on.
Good job.
Okay.
Ramen, blood tastes like metal.
It was funny.
Oh, I forgot to bring this up last. Oh, I'll ask
Dream-
Kyro first.
dreams.
Yeah.
No.
Have you had any
no.
weird dreams lately, Kyro?
I don't want to say anything. No comment. No
Okay.
comment here.
Yeah, I always psychoanalyze Kyro
Self-information.
whenever he tells me things.
I can tell you a dream, not one that I had recently, but I can tell you a dream
Is
I
it
had a
different
while
from the
ago.
last ones?
Yeah.
All right, I want to hear it.
So this dream I had right before I was about to go out with Sasha.
Dream.
And basically what happened was that I don't remember exactly. All I remember is this two scenes, right? One scene was there was Santa Claus chained down in this completely white.
Man,
okay,
I've already got so many theories.
okay. So basically, I was in a situation where basically I was in a room and I needed to get to I needed to somehow unlock the door, right? And
Wait, where's the tied down Santa?
Santa's for some reason is chained down
In the
to
same room?
a snowy floor, but the room is there's an open night sky for some reason,
Interesting.
right? And the key to the puzzle is me chopping off all of Santa's limbs with a chainsaw, and I had to drag it through the snow and just watch it slowly cut through all of them. And that there was lots of blood, lots of
Oh my
blood.
God.
Before we continue, I want to propose a theory.
No, it's not another theory of me being gay.
You're a deeply closeted Jew. And all this
Find
time,
another theory.
all this time celebrating Christmas has just got to you.
Another theory.
Yeah, and then the second scene in it, for some reason, it's I don't know how it happened, but for some reason, my old orchestra teacher and Sasha and I were walking away,
Man,
and
this
we were
is a
walking
therapist
from a La
gold mine.
Madeleine. We were walking away from a La Madeleine, and we were walking through a parking lot, and there was just a really bright light. For some reason, there's a star that was getting brighter and brighter, and that's it.
It was the end of the universe. And La Madeleine was the last thing around.
Okay.
Nice.
So you asked us about our dreams.
Yeah, just a weird dream you've had recently, or a dream that really sticks with you. Please don't tell me anything too weird, because then it gets a little awkward.
I can't think of a really weird. I have really vivid dreams though, and typically I do remember them. But when you ask me for a weird dream, nothing comes to my head.
Oh,
But
Emily.
Uh-huh.
There is that one conversation, if you go up far enough into our DMs on Instagram, where I said a dream and then you said a dream.
Ooh, let's hear those dreams.
We do send each other our dreams occasionally, but that would take too long to find right now.
I'll scroll while I tell this. So basically, my dream, like I said, my dreams are really vivid. But one thing I love is that and I dream every single night. One thing I love is that my dreams have cameos, right? Of other dreams.
It's your dreams are another universe where you're in a sitcom with constant callbacks.
Okay, so there was one dream where there was this huge there's this well-sized barn / shed thing, right? And on the outside it just looked regular. And then when you go in, it was this huge Hogwarts mall. And it was really, really cool. And then I remember that dream continued on, and then months passed, right? In real life, months passed, and I had another dream. And I remember in this next dream, it was just I was walking with this group of people, and we were on this path, and in the far distance you could see a shed. And then I pointed it out, and it was the same shed. And I was like, hey, I've been in there before. It's really cool. We should go. And everyone was like, nah, we got to go do this. And I was like, okay, you guys are losers.
No,
But
we gotta
yeah.
go do this. I would have been like, no, I'm not gonna go into a shed. That's
Mhm.
imagine if you were walking with your friends and one of them was like, hey, I've been in that shed before. It's really cool. How would you react to that? I would.
I would be like, let's go.
No, that's horrible.
And then that's how I become Santa and
That's how. And then I went through the shed and I was Santa tied up in the snow.
I'm
Riya,
still looking. I'm still
Mhm.
looking.
dream.
Dream.
I actually didn't have a dream last night, so that's crazy. I can tell you that I have actually had a couple of league dreams recently.
That's
I
Where-
also have had league
That's
dreams.
like
It's just like
that's
a
like the
Barnes and Noble,
Tetris
Jacob.
effect.
that's ironic.
Wait, Barnes
Where-
and Noble.
It's like what we were
Instead of,
talking
like-
about at Barnes and Noble, Jacob.
Well, oh, the Tetris effect
Yeah,
with
but
Fortnite
like we were talking about like how like yeah, whatever. Go on.
and
Go on,
Russell.
Maria.
Yeah, sorry.
So basically, I was the ADC because that's the role I usually play, and then Emily was mid lane, but I had no support, I think. And Damian was top lane, and I don't remember who was jungling, but someone was jungling. And I just kept dying, man, and it hurt so badly to die every time. Like anytime the opposite team's ADC
Did you
would-
have a stroke? What was
I
that?
did. Well, I wanted to say, like, I was thinking about who was the champ I was going against, but I couldn't think of who it was because it was such a like far long back dream, you know?
I
Okay.
also have dreams about League, except for they're first person and we're like actually on the map.
That's-
and
that
Yeah,
sounds
that's
so
exactly
scary.
what it was. Like
it's
it was
really
first person,
it's really
and
cool.
it's so cool. But like I kept dying because I didn't have a support, and it was 2v1, and I was just a squish.
Ever die in my dreams. Like that's just something that doesn't happen. Like I
Well,
remember
that's
there was one
lucky.
dream where I was falling off of a dragon. And it was like slow motion. I was third person looking at myself. And you know, I reached up because there was someone else on there. It was like the snowy place. And I reached up to like try to grab back on, and the person reached down and we barely missed, and I was falling. And then like right when I hit the ground, the whole like my whole dream went black. And then it said one life had like, you know, like in video games, like you
Yeah.
lost a life.
Like
And then I
Mario.
restarted. I was like, oh,
That's crazy.
You know,
I found the dreams, Rhea.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, but they're
read
not
yours
really.
if you'd like to. Mine, I don't think is exciting. I can tell you the beginning half of mine.
or
'Cause I
why
remember
don't you
that
think
part.
it's exciting?
Because you wouldn't understand any of it. Anyway,
Interesting.
so like in the beginning, I'm basically driving to school, and it's
I
kind
don't
of
get
like,
it.
Jacob,
Okay,
shut your
okay. Finish your
face.
story.
Okay, so it's basically like my group of friends from high school, except all of us go to the same college, and we go to my college, and we're driving, and so I'm driving there. I'm driving through downtown, and all of a sudden I see like a bunch of like motorcycle cops behind me, and I'm like, huh, that's weird.
Motorcycle cops.
Yeah.
Telling a real story? Yeah. Right?
Huh?
What?
Is this your dream?
Yeah,
I thought you-
this is a dream. This is a dream.
Okay, but you do have that other story with the cop chase, right?
What?
Maybe you were just telling me about that dream.
Emily, that might have been
I think I might
your
have just
dream.
told you about that dream. I don't think I had that dream written down.
Because I
anywhere.
remember there was one time where like you and your commuter friends were like driving to U of H, and then there was like a car chase or something, like a cop like.
Oh, that's a real life story.
Okay, yeah, tell that one
tell
after.
I'll tell that story in a minute. So this is still the dream, but there were like a bunch of motorcycle cops behind me, and I was like, huh, I'm not doing anything wrong, but I was actually driving with my feet or like my knees or something. So like I wasn't doing anything wrong, but I was clearly doing something wrong.
Wait.
Confusing, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
anyway, I like stop looking in my rear view and I keep driving, and then all of a sudden Emily and Josh are in my car. And Emily's now driving my car, and Josh is in the passenger, and I'm sitting in the back seat. And all of a sudden there's no steering. You're supposed to drive my car with a PS4 controller kind of thing. But instead
That's
of
probably
like
easier than driving a normal
it's
car.
weird. It's weird, okay? But
Yeah,
instead of
hold
like
A to
using the
go.
little joysticks, you're supposed to like tilt the controller as
You're
if
playing
you were
Mario Kart.
So yeah.
as if you
Took
were
control also.
as if you were just with a steering wheel. So like that's it. And I was showing her how to do it from the back seat. And all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but now I'm like rolling around in the back seat and the car's like spinning really fast. And then next thing I know, Toby's in the driver's seat and Emily's in the back with me. And Toby fixes it. We're getting there. We're going to school. And then we get to
Fixes
school.
it. What? What did the
He
remote
like
die?
fixes the car, you know? No, like you
He
fix
makes it
the
so
car.
you don't have to control with the PS4 or with the
Or-
No,
Oh,
he
no,
used
it
to
was
have to
spinning,
control
so
it, but
so
he
now
fixes
he's
the
just
car
driving
from like
normal.
spinning around.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, so he
So he just fixes the motion of the car. Okay, anyway. So we get to school, we park, and then Toby leaves us. He goes to like go get I'm thinking
A person.
answer sheet bubble document
think.
thingies. He goes to get those, and Emily, Josh, and I walk to this little cafe that apparently my family owns, and we're eating pancakes, and that's about all I can remember off the top of my head.
Theories?
the
Anyone
real
have
life-
theories?
Yeah, any theories?
I think you're afraid
just
of people
afraid of
driving your
cops.
car.
Okay.
It's a very common fear. Do you have
Really?
insurance on it?
Are people
I
scared
do.
of?
I have
Um,
insurance, and I'm a pretty good driver.
Oh, but are your friends pretty good drivers?
In your
Emily's a
opinion?
pretty good driver. We race all the time.
Is she a good driver? The
See,
car was spinning out.
Yeah.
We race all the time.
Wait a minute.
That at that
It's a
one
joke.
time we raced down Spring Cypress at 1 a.m.
That one time.
Yeah, we're pretty safe drivers, you know. We like
We've
to
only
look
been in
never
4
got- I've
rollovers.
for
We've
4
only been in
years,
6 accidents.
Yeah.
never got pulled over.
But it was
never
always the other
gotten in an
person's fault.
I've been driving since I was 13. I've
Since
been
I'm
pulled over
13.
3 times. The first time I was on my permit, and that was because my mom's car's registration was expired. The second time, this lady told me I could get into her lane, and then she slammed the brakes when I went to go get into her lane. And then the cop was behind her, so he had to slam his brakes, and then I got in trouble for that. And I was like, but she said I could get in. She gave me the hand. And it's fine. I got off with a warning. This third time, I was late to work, and I was going, and so he pulled me over. He's like, you're kind of going fast. I was like, yeah, I'm late to work. I'm sorry. And he let me off with a warning. Yeah, but that real life car chase thing I was going to tell you guys about. So I was coming home from school one day, and like nothing, no biggie. We're going down Spur 5. Spur 5? Yeah, Spur 5.
I-45? Oh.
No, Spur 5. We're on Spur 5, and we're going to get onto 45. Well, we weren't really getting on 45 yet. We were just gonna go through downtown because it's faster than waiting. Anyway, then all of a sudden, like, all these cops are like zooming past us on the shoulder, and I'm like, what the heck's going on? Right? And I was like, okay, my exit's almost about to be there. And then I'm looking down, and I see more cops, and I'm like, we're counting them as they like zoom by, and like on the feeder there's like a bunch more going after this one car, and we're like, what's going on? Like, I don't understand. Is there a robbery or something downtown? And then like
A robbery
girl-
downtown. So
Well,
a bunch
I mean-
of cops from out of town come.
like I didn't know. I was like, what the heck's going on? You know?
Yeah.
But like downtown is very big, so like
Yeah.
it would take a while for
It's a
the
whole
cops
town.
in downtown to get there than from out of downtown. Like, and like my school isn't very far from downtown anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're going, and like I'm about to like take the exit, and then I see more, and I'm sitting there and I'm counting all the cop cars that are passing us. I'm at like 13, and I'm like, holy crud, this is
Yeah,
a lot
probably.
of crud. Is that bad? I tried to
Great, Rhea. Now I'm
Censor
gonna
as
have
much
to
as I
rent.
sorry.
Now we're
Take
gonna
me
have to search
hours.
your crud.
I was like, holy moly, there's so many cops.
That's
And then-
can we use secular terms, please?
Holy Jesus.
No, that's the
Holy
exact
shit, that's
opposite
even
of
less secular. Wait, hold on.
You just made it more religious.
Okay, wait, let me just finish
Okay,
my story,
okay.
please. Ah!
So you were at 13 cop cars.
Yeah, so like there's like more and more cops, and I'm like, okay, quick, someone like figure out what's going on. And then all of a sudden we see a bunch of like helicopters over us. And there's like there's an ABC helicopter, and there's a cop helicopter, and like it's around I want to say 3:30ish. So like 4 o'clock is when some of the companies downtown will let their employees out because they want their employees to beat the 5-hour rush. So there's a lot of people on the there's a lot of pedestrians and there's a lot of cars, and apparently there's a chase that started I think around like 10 or 20 miles out of downtown. Well, maybe 10 to 15. And then this dude drove through downtown, hit cars, hit a person, is driving the wrong way, and like I'm just trying to keep up with all the cops. I'm like, oh my god, this is so exciting. And we're like watching for helicopters, and we're like, oh my god, this is so cool, this is so exciting. And like we see this dude like speeding off, and I'm over here trying to keep up with cops. The cops are going.
Maybe you should watch the
I'm
road.
Well, I mean, they're driving on the road I'm on. Like they're right in front of me.
You're part of the chase.
I'm part of the chase.
She is
basically. I am
you were
who they are
chasing down the cops.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they ended up not catching the guy then, and they called off they called off the chase. And then later on, they resumed the chase like an hour and a half later or something, and they caught the guy, and it was crazy. He basically had robbed a house, and like they called the cops, or like I don't know if he robbed the house or if he was just like loitering, and they were like, get out of here, and he didn't leave.
Loitering and then
a whole
loitering.
car chase for loitering.
That sounds like our American system. I mean,
it does. Like people call the cops for people on their property all the time.
Okay, then walk away. Don't get in a car chase.
I think he resisted. It was something like that. I don't know. I'll try to
he
find
resisted. He got into a car chase.
He was willingly going into that car chase.
He wanted the car chase.
He didn't even know they were after him.
He was like, "Why is everyone speeding?"
Yeah.
I'm just going with the flow.
That was my very fun car chase story that happened IRL.
I want to know, like, what's the scariest like situation that you've been in on the road? Because like I feel like a lot of people have really like terrifying situations.
I've never been in
and
a
you guys are
scary situation.
retarded when it comes to racing.
Hey, I have a funny story.
I have one that isn't my scariest, but I will tell it after Emily's done.
So Sammy is a mutual friend of ours, and the first time that her and I were like hanging out outside of high school
I know this
was
story.
just to go see The Greatest Showman. So we went from her house, and she's driving her car. I'm sitting passenger, and we're going down. We are about to take a right turn to go to the road of the movie theater, and we're at an intersection, and there's a lady who's trying on the other side of the intersection who's trying to take a left turn. So we're trying to get onto the same street, right? And you can take a right turn when the light is red, right? And so Sammy had already turned, and the lady started going, and then the lady didn't go to her closest lane like you're supposed to, and she like almost hit Sammy. And the lady had she's zoomed up to like our window, right? And she looked over, and she has this like 12-year-old daughter, and like they're like sitting shotgun. And she's like, what's going on? Like, why are you doing that? And she looked like a Karen.
No.
And so then I started getting defensive because I get very defensive of friends. So I looked at the lady and I flicked her off. And then this woman did not care about her daughter for her to do this, because she swerved. She's on the left of us, and her daughter is in between the two vehicles, I guess, like in a sense. She swerves to try to hit us off of the road. And
Bruh.
it was horrible. It was
Did
horrible.
she even
and then
pull a proper pit maneuver, or like?
No, she just like
Oh my
swerved,
God,
like a
amateurs.
full on, and she was wearing like an SUV, and Sammy's car is like tiny. So I learned my lesson in not flicking people off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
road
she
rage.
should also not.
I hate when I'm driving someone and they flick someone off.
Yeah.
I'm like, why did you do that? I don't even honk unless like someone's not going.
That's the thing. I don't honk either. Like, cause I don't mind when like if I don't get hit, I don't care.
Yeah.
But if my friend is about to get hit, I don't know what is wrong with me, but it was not a good.
Yeah, no, I kind of get, yeah.
But yeah, Riya, you had a story.
So
story after story.
I know, right?
Yeah, this is just you
Crazy.
guys talking, just telling
Yeah.
stories.
This
back
is
and
our life.
forth.
This is what we do for fun. Tell each other what
Mhm.
happens.
Yeah,
So
but there's
I
a
was
lot
coming home
more.
from school a different day. No police chase. But I take the HOV home because it'll get me there a lot faster than having to sit through the traffic. And we picked
Makes
up my
sense.
sister going through downtown. There's this car, this like black Chevy. What's the small car? It's like a sedan, but I don't remember which type it was. But I
Does
could have
it
told
really
you
matter
everything.
what car it is?
It does, because it adds to the story. Like I had his license numbers written down. I had the make, model, year of his car, everything. It was in black. It was more of like a dark gray, but he was tailing me really hard. And the thing about HOV is there's not a lot of space anyway.
Yeah.
So you can't get around me. And if you want me to go faster, don't tail me. I will go pretty fast anyway. And he's tailing me really hard. I'm like, why are you tailing me? Like, I'm going above the speed limit. Like, I'm going 10 to 15 over, and he still wants to go faster. And I was like, there's no point. You're just going to get stopped by the traffic in front that's like 2 miles down. And so, you know, those entrances, there's entrances and exits off the HOV.
Yeah.
And what he does is he's tailing me super hard, and I'm like, there is no entrance or exit, like, for a while. Why are you doing this? I'm getting really aggravated. And I'm a petty person, so I went
Really?
no.
Really?
I was
never would
driving.
have got that from.
I was driving pretty fast, and so I went no. He wants to go faster than me. Well, sucks. I'm gonna go slower. So I slowed down, and he's super close to the back of my car, and my car is relatively new. And I was like, wow, I really like my car, but this guy is also making me very angry. And like, I'm looking in my rear view, and like, I can see him. He's like holding onto his steering wheel really hard, and he's like throwing his hands up when I slow down. I'm like, what do you want? And he's like trying to overtake me, but there's not enough space for him to overtake me. So what he ends up doing is he tails me really hard, and like everyone's like behind us, like behind him, is honking at him like, what the heck are you doing? And I'm like flicking him off through the back of my window. I'm just like, what do you want? Stop. Okay. He ends up overtaking me once one of the exits come, and he doesn't even make it in the first place. He barely makes it, like almost scrapes the side of his car on the freaking side because he's not very smart and didn't decide to speed up fast enough. And then he got stuck behind another slow person. So then it was all for nothing in the end. I was like, wow, you're still stuck in front of me. And then he waits till the next entrance and exit thing happens, and he overtakes the person in front of him, only to get stopped once more. And then the kicker is he ended up going almost like the same exact place I was going. He took the Spring Stubner exit as well, and I made it to the I don't know what signal it was. I made it there before he did. So there was no point of him being angry the entire ride it took to get from downtown all the way to our exit. But you best believe I was a very angry driver that day.
Have you guys ever seen a drunk driver before?
I have gotten very
Of course
close
I know him.
to seeing one.
He's me. Not really.
Oh my god.
No, I'm kidding.
I have seen a very drunk driver before on the road, on I-45 actually. So my story, Jonathan and I were coming back from an NRG football game because my cousin was doing the band show there. So we wanted to go see, and it was my mom, Jonathan, and I was the one driving. And so we're coming back, and on the shoulder of this highway or freeway, whatever it is, there's this big truck, right? And the shoulder of I-45 is pretty large, but like not large enough for a big truck like that. So this guy swerves off to the side and goes around and starts zooming on the shoulder of the highway. He is zooming. And then I was like, oh my gosh, what is wrong with that guy? So then I get off my exit. I can't see him anymore because he left. I get off my exit, and I'm like, I have to do this kind of like U-turn kind of thing to get to Spring Stubner. And so as I'm doing that, I see him again in front of me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, no. and it's a one-way U-turn, one-way lane kind of U-turn.
Mhm.
So I'm behind him, and he basically like stops in the middle of the road, and I'm like, oh no, like this guy is wasted, and I could tell. So we get onto Spring Stubner, and him and I'm trying to get around him. At this point, he is driving in both lanes. Like he is like there's two. It's now two-way, and then like there's 2 lanes per side. So he's driving in the middle of the 2 lanes where the dotted lines are, and we get to an we get at an intersection, and we're at a light, and I'm right next to him, and I look over, and I was just like trying to see who was doing this, and he like, oh wait, before
And it was
before
a dog driving the car.
yeah, like it was crazy, dude. No, okay, wait. Before we got to the intersection, I was behind him at a different intersection, and I saw him drop his glass like of alcohol out the window, and it just like rolled under the
Classic.
truck. I was like, "Oh my gosh, you
At least
are
break
wasting."
the bottle, dude. Come on.
So now we're at the intersection, like where we're parked right next or stopped right next to each other, and I look over to see who's wasted, and he rolls down his window to look at me, and it's this old country dude. He stares at me, and I stare back, and he tips his hat, rolls up his window, and zooms off.
He miladies at you.
He wasn't even drunk. He was just trying to get you to pull up next to him.
No, it was crazy. It was crazy.
He just wanted to get
yeah.
your attention.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Do you
Man.
guys have any scary driving stories?
Yeah. I have 2 actually.
Kyro's-
One of
Kyro's assisted braking wasn't even on half the time he drives.
them. Okay, neither is yours. I don't hear it from you, buddy.
Yeah, but okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Basically, right. This one time, my mom was driving us home from, I think it was like Mount Asia or something like that. I don't remember what road this is on, but you have to basically go onto a highway in order to get home for us. And so all of a sudden we see this pair of headlights like coming at us. We're stopped at an intersection, and right in front of us is the entrance onto the highway, and we see this pair of headlights start to get larger and larger
Take a breather,
From
Kyro.
the-
Take a breather.
from the highway entrance itself. And then we realize that this car is like barreling down from the middle of the highway onto like going backwards, exiting from the entrance, going backwards the entire time. I don't know
What?
how it
Going
happened.
the opposite direction.
Yeah, like it. So that means he entered through an exit, somehow managed to completely drive backwards all the way, and then exit through an entrance.
What the heck?
I'm not sure how that works,
That's scary.
but
That reminds
it
me.
happened.
I have one story. It's not scary, but it was Black Friday. You guys know the Grand Parkway Marketplace?
Yes.
Yeah.
And how there's like 2 sections in that road between? What road is that? Is that Spring Stubner, I think? I don't know.
Yeah.
But there's the road
It's
between
odd.
the 2.
Yeah. Spring Stubner.
And you could turn, there's that light on, was it North Crest from the school? And you could turn onto that road
Mm-hmm.
and go towards the marketplace. It was Black Friday, and my friends were all out. And we were at like Target, and we went around the back way to North Crest because there was like a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
And it was just me and one other person in this car. And we're going over to Starbucks to like meet up together. And we're driving down the road. And I was like, Russell, the arrows
That's
on the
Russell?
ground are pointing at
Aw.
us. And we were kind of confused. Like we were just talking about it. And then we were like, we just looked forward and we saw all the headlights. And I was like, Russell, I think we need to turn here. Just turn anywhere. We're in the wrong side of the road. And we were just, I don't know how we didn't notice, but we turned out on the completely wrong side of the road and drove down almost the entire road before we noticed.
Jesus.
Gone down.
Yeah, the
I've-
arrows were pointing at us. There was headlights, and it took us a couple seconds.
Yeah. It's scary. Because
It was
I've
so
done
dark.
that's happened to me too. It wasn't my fault though. I was going to the Houston Symphony with Jonathan, and I knew for the most part how to get there, but like when it came to like in downtown, I wanted to make sure. So I was supposed to take a ride on Capitol Street, and the one right before Capitol Street is Texas Street or Texas Avenue or something. And they're one way. So Texas goes right, and then Texas Avenue goes left, and then the next one goes right where I'm supposed to go. And so Jonathan's like, okay, next light you're supposed to take a right, Emily. And I was like, okay, are you sure? Like, I feel like it's supposed to be on the other side of the hall, but I mean, if it says it. And he's like, yeah, no, you're supposed to take a right. I turn right in the city, and all I see is at the next light, a whole bunch of cars are lined up waiting to come to me. And I was like, oh no. And there's this guy walking on the side of the street, and he like waved me down, and he just starts doing this full like body motion, like a big U-turn. He's like, turn it around. And then I was like, I'm sorry, sir. This is not my fault. And so he didn't die, and I didn't get hit. And then it wasn't my fault.
Lovely.
That is my story.
Um,
So moving on from cars, does anyone have anything else?
I almost
The only
got
other
in
good.
a car crash.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh wait, I remember. No,
Yeah.
the funny thing is, every time Kyro has almost gotten into a car crash, he's called
one
me,
time.
and I'm like, Kyro, it was like you called me like 3 times.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Yeah. No. There were 2 times. You're
Yeah,
right.
and every time I'm like, Kyro, are you still driving? He's like, yeah. I'm like, get off the phone, idiot. You almost got into a car crash, and your first thought is to pull out your phone.
No, I was at a traffic.
Hey,
Every
would
single
you?
time I've done that, I've been at a traffic light. And also, no, there was one time I didn't call you. I don't think maybe I did tell you about this. So I don't know if you know this. There's this there's a kind of like this dark section of what do you call it? Of
I'm
crap.
gonna let
What's
you
the
finish
street
the story,
called?
but I thought
I
we
feel
just said we're
retarded.
moving away from the car.
You know.
stories.
Yeah. Just move on. Just move on.
No.
No. Shut up. Move on.
Okay.
oh God.
You know, I was in a car accident when I was a little kid.
Really? I was in one. When
tell.
I was in like. When I
Okay,
was
goodbye.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode. Riya and Emily, thanks for joining us. Special co-host. We didn't even introduce Kyro.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's what I said at the beginning.
Riya,
I said
you're the
introduce.
worst co-host ever.
I said introduce,
You
and
said
then
he
you
was
said
the
continue.
co-host.
Yeah, but you have to introduce him as your replacement.
God.
Yay.
Okay,
I'm
do it right
superior
now,
to
and then you
Riya.
could just cut it.
Okay, ready? Quiet. Oh, Kyro. Oh my gosh. Hey, this is not
Bubba?
pre-recorded.
Hello, hi.
Kyro,
whoa,
is
what's
that
going
you?
on here? Bubba?
Oh, you just got
hi,
here. You just got here. No one. Hey guys, it's Kyro. Did you see Kyro's here?
Who's that? Who?
Hey,
It's
Riya,
me,
you
it's
should
Jacob,
introduce
and
we've
Kyro
got
to the
Riya and
podcast.
Emily.
Oh, hi everyone.
Kyro,
This is
yeah, I'm
Kyro, our friend.
replacing Riya.
He's
She's
gonna be my
no,
replacement.
shut up.
Oh my
Shut up.
gosh.
Ow,
Jeez.
Kyro.
All right. What are we
And
using to?
scene. That's a wrap. That's okay, guys. Take 5.
All right,
Oh,
guys,
okay.
take
bye.
Alright,
5
we'll
years.
take
No,
5. Play games.
Kyro just
Burp.
dipped.
Play
Okay,
an
bye,
ARAM.
guys.
No, stop! Don't leave.
It was,
Okay, bye.
Not fun. Okay, bye.
I'm sorry.
I'm
But
gonna.
Didn't you?
Gotcha.
I'm never gonna do this again. The podcast.
Okay, don't.
It's over.
Okay, don't lie. You enjoy having us here.
As much as I enjoy every other guest.
All right, we will not be on here
Okay,
again
Harvey
because
Well,
Weinstein.
Jacob
you're already
does
on
not
here.
like us
Wait,
here.
what, Emily? Did you just call me Harvey Weinstein?
I'm
Why?
sorry.
That's horrible. Wait, why did you even say that? What? I said as much as I enjoy all the other guests, and you said, "All right, Harvey Weinstein." I don't think Carol's coming back.
Yeah, he takes his jokes seriously.
Yeah, he's not in any
oh.
of our other servers as well. So
Kira and I don't know what it is. We'll start a joke, like we'll get into characters, and then we just won't stop, and it goes on for too long. It's so weird, and then I'll be like, and Kira said this once, and I say it to him every single time we start one now, and it ticks him off. I don't know why, but anytime we're doing a bit, a little segment, and it starts to go on a little too long, I just say, all right, Kira, come on. Can we just cut the bit? Can we cut the bit, Kira? Come on. So if he's ever on your nerves, just say that, and he will just leave.
Oh,
That will be very useful for me.
Yeah, just say, all right, Kyro, can we just cut the bit? Can we, like, just stop? And he, I don't know why it gets on his nerves, but it does, so you're welcome.
no, you.
Thank you.
My thighs are really big.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that conclude.
Yeah, we just cut it off there. Like no ending. It's just my thighs are really big, and then
it just
ends.
goes to black.
Emily, how do you feel about playing another ranked game?
I want to. I am
That
so
sounded
competitive.
so fake.
No,
I want
literally
to.
do. I am so. It's like she has a gun held to my
Thank God,
head.
Kyro, you finally cut the
Hi,
bit.
Kyro.
Uh,
Oh wait, guys, let's introduce Kyro.
Hey guys, this is
Oh.
Kyro.
Hey, guys.
Okay, no,
Oh.
stop.
oh,
Stop.
hey, how's
Stop.
it going?
He's my replacement.
My
as
name's
co-host.
Kyro.
His name is Oker.
I'm a co-host.
He's a
Kyro,
coast.
Kyro,
I'm-
welcome,
I'm
Kyro,
a
to
Your coast?
to guess the car. You
I'm,
guess the free
just
car.
guess
You
the
get the
car.
car.
I'm guessing that car over there.
That's
right
the only
there.
car. Good guess.
Oh, everyone,
Do-
turn your
do you like
videos
that my
on
freedom?
for a brief second.
No, don't turn your video
No.
on. I don't
Don't
want
do it. Don't do it.
I'm gonna
Actually, I
block
was
it out
lying.
if you turn
Emily,
it
don't
on.
do it.
I'm not.
Good.
I'm cutting my leg hairs with my sister.
Not this again. That was the why.
Kyro, you wanna know how the podcast starts?
Is that what she opened
It
up
starts
with?
with
Is
And
No, it was
begin
with, I
quote.
need to go poop.
Yeah, I need to go.
And you know
poop.
why I said it is because I knew he was gonna start it before he actually introduced.
Well, yeah, because I have to get test.
You have to get the
edit
funny
audio
mo-
levels. No, I have
funny
to edit the
blooper.
audio levels.
It's whatever.
Uh,
So should I talk like this? Does this ruin the audio levels?
No, actually, because you're peaking your mic.
Ah, dang it.
Yeah, I think Emily,
yeah.
is that all you're gonna say for the rest?
Yeah.
You said it like 4 times.
no, I was gonna say yes, Riya. I want to do another ranked.
Okay, I still
Kyro,
don't think you guys should be doing ranked.
Kyro, we
I'm against
won
this.
all of our ranked games so far, and like
But you
we've been
said
going
you
against
lost.
like.
Rhea came in crying to Ayush about how you guys lost both of them.
Riya, why are you
I
lying
did
to
not
them?
She just wants some
Why have you
attention.
been lying?
She just wanted some attention.
Crying.
She came in and she's like, Ayush, you have 100% loss rate.
It was true. We
Emily
lost.
just got
Lost
exposed.
2 games.
What do you mean this is true, Riya? What?
All right, Emily, can we
Emily
just
and I
can we
played
cut the
two
bit?
different
Can we
ranked
cut the
games.
bit,
That's what
Emily?
that's what
I hate you,
happened.
Jacob.
She was
I'm
on the
just
opposite team.
We have 100% loss rate.
All right, Kyro,
Your
Kyro, can we
ugly
cut the
face
bit?
up.
Shut up, Jacob. You know I have I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No
Whoa.
death threats on this podcast.
Can't tell me
You're an
What is-
interviewee. Kyro's a
why is
co-host.
Yummy
We're
We're
so
still on the
anyone who
podcast?
wants death threats. Yeah, we're at
Alright.
59 minutes though, so we'll probably cut it off soon.
Okay,
59?
bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I heard
I
a
guess-
click, so I'm guessing you actually stopped the
I
recording.
didn't. That was someone else, but I guess I'll stop it there. Yeah.
No, it was me pretending.
No, but I can stop it.
That
I
was-
mean, and I can just make it
Wait,
sound.
why
I
would
heard
we
a
end?
click and no one's light lit up,
Let's
so
get
I was
a-
assuming.
Let's get another story in
Okay,
10 minutes.
I know one story, and it'll take up 10 minutes.
Okay.
It's not a
Alright,
story. It's not a story about me. It's a story I heard.
He goes, I know one story, but I'm not going to tell it.
It's not about me, but it's a story I heard.
Okay.
So
Oh, you
I
know
think
what,
I
Jacob?
told Kyro this story.
Sorry, Jacob. I don't mean to interrupt you, but we haven't asked about like the funny spooky stories.
Yeah, because we're
If
not a
they've had-
generic podcast.
Okay.
Jerk.
Okay.
I don't really feel like telling my story. I tell it all the time.
Okay.
Turn it to-
The banana one.
Okay, that's good.
So,
Yeah.
So what lifelike animal sounds can y'all make?
I could do Animal Crossing voice sounds.
wait, do it.
That sounds like a really bad guitar impression.
It's
What
fine.
instrument sounds can you guys do?
I can make
Oh.
cat sounds, but
I
that's not an
can-
Oh, I wanna
instrument.
hear
That's
the
an
cat
animal.
sound.
That was the
I can
original
I
make
want to hear the cat
violin.
sound.
I can make violin sounds when I use my violin.
I can make ukulele sounds when I use my ukulele.
Get an original joke, Ria.
I
Oh
can make
my
cat
god.
sounds. I asked about animals, and you are talking about instruments.
Insects?
In flute.
Emily, I thought you said something else. It took me a
I-
Ria, why did you have to say it?
I said insect. Yeah,
Wait,
I did.
Emily, did you say it just then?
No, she said insect.
I'm gonna now. Jesus Christ! Now I'm gonna have to go to this part. We really need to.
Wait, why is it
Like
such
make
bad
a
thing to
timer
talk
and then like
about?
It's
type
just
down
a
every
very
time. the
weird
service-
thing.
Why is it a bad thing to talk about?
Oh, Kiro, this is ladies and gentlemen. Let's begin our long time running segment, Kiro's Dictionary. Kiro, can you tell us what this is? For the people who don't know why it's a weird thing to talk about, such as Emily.
Okay, so
Lily?
Just
Uh, pronounced is a activity between or close. This typically includes between people in holy crap, that's a weird word. Blood relations, and sometimes those related by affinity.
So like stepbro? Is that
Step-
count?
Bro.
Adoption plan or lineage.
Adoption counts?
Adoption counts.
That's weird. I mean, it's.
But
I know it would be
it's
weird,
not
but
really weird if you think about it.
no. I
Is
mean,
it-
it's
do you
weird that
have-
it counts.
I mean,
Like,
I think
guess
it's,
it makes sense
it-
because
it says and sometimes. And sometimes those.
Why are we
related
having a
by-
serious conversation about this?
Wait, I have a question.
Podcast
If
is gonna
if
end.
but if you go by this ideology, where like if you live with someone long enough, then technically they're a part of your family. Then does that mean being a husband and wife isn't?
No, because you're.
Oh, you
Oh
broke.
wait, but you're married, so you are family.
Yeah.
So that means
Whoa.
No
This is
pre.
changed.
There's no premarital sex and no postmarital sex.
There's
There's
no
only
sex
sex during the marriage.
on during the ceremony.
In the middle of
What do you mean now?
Okay. That's
Alright,
a
well,
wrap.
that was a wonderful end to the
We
the
can't. No,
podcast.
now we have to keep talking.
No, we have to end it on
No,
that
I
note.
don't
I
want-
think that was the.
About
I,
No,
I
because
want
that
to end
whole
on
thing
that
is going to be
note.
bleeped
Yes.
out.
That's okay.
I'm gonna bleep
That's
out half.
okay.
The end of the podcast just can't be a bunch of bleeps.
Yeah,
Oh, it'll
yeah,
just-
it can.
Yes, it can.
I
That would be
believe
so
we can.
funny.
Wait. Everyone chant it so he has a bunch of bleeps.
It's just gonna be one long.
Chant it so it has a
No,
bunch of bleeps.
It's
No,
gonna be
it's
like
just
a
one.
10-minute long bleep.
All right, let's do that then.
A hush fell over the crowd.
Oh yeah, I want to read something. I'll read something out of my general laboratory for the podcast.
How
That
long is this
sounds
gonna take?
awful.
And
Okay, so let's
The
start
only
off
thing
from
I-
number one.
How about
Actually,
I
let's start off with number two.
this
read?
isn't.
Number two. Haha, like poo.
Hey, that's okay. We'll stop it there because that's how this all started.
Yes, now I can go. I didn't
Fine,
even need to go
we
poo.
made it.
All right,
we
so
made it
that's,
full circle.
Episode 4 with repeating, or I guess not repeating. It's not gonna happen again. With guests Emily and Ria.
They're
They're
never
only
coming
back. They only came back because they were terrible last time.
Alright,
And
so are we
they-
gonna like delete that and it's gonna be like the lost episode?
No. It's gonna stay up for me to
No,
just
just
know
change
how.
the title
bad
and be
it
like,
is.
just don't
Change the
listen
title to
it.
literally the
Failed
worst
episode.
episode. You should just change it to the worst episode that we've
The
had.
worst, not that we've had, the worst podcast episode in history.
Oh yeah.
Hey, it was not our fault.
What
It
if
was
there's
your
I
fault.
feel like a podcast where there's no sound. It's just
Oh, Emily was saying like to just like record us ourselves while we're talking, and do like the podcast with that. And I was like, that's just a video.
Wait, what?
Was that you or was that
It's
Ria?
true.
That was
Wait,
me.
when?
That was
Are we talking about
Ria?
like cold ones where they have like where it's
Yeah,
more
like
a
that's
talk
just
show
a
than
video.
I'll crack open a cold ones with the boys.
A cold ones.
cold ones.
Crack
Oh,
open a
Actually,
cold
I
ones.
really like that podcast. It's pretty cool. It's I don't know, I like it.
It sounds like this. click, 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 click.
Okay, it was just quiet for a second.
I know.
It sounds like
I was
this.
very confused.
Rhea, get on League.
Okay, I was
Alright,
on
so-
earlier.
I did the outro already, but just pretend I didn't do it then and that I did it right now. So
Well,
thanks
thank
for
you
Okay,
listening.
guys
Oh,
and the outro is
listening,
right
and
now,
wonderful.
here, and right
Bye.
now. Shut up, Kiro.
This
Ending
is the
now.
very end of the
over.
podcast, so we're
It's over.
ending, and
It's over.
It's over. It's over.
It's over.
It's over.
Thank you for joining us today.
No, it has to just end with "it's over." Nothing more.
We were on a break.
It's over.
I stopped recording over a minute ago.
Yes. Yes.